Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm all about teaching you everything there is to know about Hawaii and its real estate, but you just can't find in the listing. And today, guys, we're going e-foiling. Yes, So we're at the beautiful airport Kahikili Beach, and I'm down here with the boys. We are renting boards for a couple hours. We're all newbies. We don't know what we're doing, but it sounds like it's going to be super exciting. So check it out.
There. This one will be yours, brother.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. Now I'm going to give you instruction in 3 stages, guys. Number 1 is going to be on the controls and how to operate this super small hand controller. It's actually the easiest one. I'm still in it.
Still in it to win it, man.
Smallest hand controller in the industry. Okay, it's kind of like a pistol grip. Yeah. When we get in the water, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this buckle is snugged all the way up to your wrist. Okay. That way, in the event you let the controller go, which is fine, it won't go anywhere. Okay, right. You don't have to do it now. Okay. Now, on the face of the controller here, easy breezy, Japanesey. Only 3 little buttons. Okay. This bottom one is called a screen select. Okay. You have a negative and a positive. Okay. One more operating tool, and this is your on and off switch. Unlike other e-foils in the industry, where it's a throttle, vroom, 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 this is not. It's propeller running, propeller not running. Okay. Controller connected, ejection seat. Yeah, and I'll show you guys how to operate that.
So just keep it down, basically.
Keep it down.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're going to simulate constant wind or waves, and all of your focus and attention is going down towards the wing. Yeah, no more of this. Other e-foils, you have to constantly throttle and try to fly the wing, which is way too much.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
So Flightboard has the best operating systems in the industry. Operating screen. It gives you all the indicators you need to operate the board safely. If you guys want to know what the other ones are while you're out there, feel free to ask your instructor. He'll walk you through it. Okay?
So the lock one is, there we go.
That's
That's
your guy right there. That's the main.
Keep cycling with the bottom button.
Yep, that's how you toggle through your through your screens. Yep.
But you're saying just leave it on lock.
This is the one you always want to be on.
Okay,
Yep, right
okay.
here. So if it ever comes off, yeah, for some reason, that's how you get right back.
Okay.
Boom.
And then this is go, and this is stop.
This is go. This is stop. This is Pennzoil.
Are we ever going to use these guys?
Yeah, this is going to be how we go up and down through our power setting.
Oh, okay, so that's like gears.
Gears, exactly. So over here on the left side, that lock is essentially showing what you see. Okay? You are locked out of your board. Hit the trigger. Nothing happens, right? So in the flight world, that's called a virtual leash. Okay, you have to unlock these boards to operate them. Okay? On the top of your operating screen, battery, number, percent sign. Just like everything in the world now, cars, cell phones, girlfriends, that's the battery life inside of it. Yeah? This is where the battery lives. Okay, right behind this door of Narnia right here. We also call it the flux capacitor. We laughed at that one last time. You see it? Yeah? The 196 cell made out of vibranium, and it will go 20 miles.
20 miles an hour. Yeah.
20 miles.
Oh,
I'll go 35 miles
an hour.
an hour.
35 miles an hour. That's your top speed.
These are professional race foils. I was just in the Flight Cup races in Fort Lauderdale. You can see it online.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nasty.
So to switch to another gear, how do you do that? Are you going to cover that in a minute?
Yep, that's
okay.
the next guy right
okay.
here. Yep. Now, the question always is, Raph, what number do I have to be in to sustain foil or flight? Okay. Now, this is all per your body weight. So our gears, power settings, whatever you like to call them, are going to be different. Okay. So I'm going to give you a reference of how I fly. Okay. I'm 150 pounds, 154 after my girlfriend cooks. Okay? Now, always starting off in a number 1, I connect the controller to the board, right? Rising through my body positions, laying, kneeling to standing, I end up in a number 4. Okay.
Okay. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there.
Always getting to that flight. Okay. Kind of like a car on E. Yeah. The power drain becomes way faster. Yeah. So we'll just make sure you don't run out of juice. Yeah.
Can you self-rescue on these? Can you paddle them in?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll float.
It has 100 liters of flotation without the motor running.
Okay.
So it's essentially like a paddleboard.
Yeah.
Without the motor running. As soon as you turn the motor on, you're on a boat. Yeah, the Flight 100 is very buoyant.
Oh, would you be able to pump it without the power on?
You can. If you were in a wave, right? Or you were in wake of a boat, you could definitely pump it, boom, boom, boom. But 100, this design or this model, since it's so heavy, out in flat open water, you're gonna need power to actually fly it.
Okay.
Now, you can pump it to fly it, right? So if you want it to go down quick, just go boom, boom, and the nose will drop, okay? So these won't have to pump per se for propulsion, but you can pump it for flight control.
Okay, cool.
Yeah? Use those legs.
So you want your finger on the trigger the whole time?
Yes, sir. So that's the next thing we're going down into. You guys are hired, man. You all just boom, 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 boom.
They'll work for you, don't you worry.
Right on. We'll get applications after this. So look under your controller right there, team. There's a bullseye right there. Now this only happens on the Series 1 boards. The Series 2 don't have them. But in the corner of the controller right there, there's a magnet, okay? So to start the communication process, come over here and I'll show you on my board. Now they are all Bluetooth coded, okay? So to start the communication, you have to stick that magnet into your Bluetooth receiver. Now when I do that process, watch what happens to my lock. See that?
Unlocks.
So by sticking that magnet into your Bluetooth receiver, you start a 5-second countdown where the lock used to be, okay? The board is allowing you 5 seconds to turn it on, okay? That's how you turn it on. There's your light switch, okay? Now, if you decide not to turn it on in that 5-second window, she's gonna relock back out. Again, it's putting you through a focused, strategic process to unlock this board that can go back to the future, yeah? Okay? So this time, I'll redo the process and I'll show you how to turn it on. Engage your countdown, pull away, boom, yeah? So you'll notice that you're connected because your lock turns now into a speedometer. See that? See that? Okay. Now, when you guys connect, keep the trigger all the way down, plus, minus, whatever you need to do. I am simulating a continuous trigger pull down, yeah, but I can't do it out of the water. It's bad for the motor. It's called dry fire. But when you connect, hold it all the way down, plus, minus, okay? Bless you. Yeah. This one's a little loud. Don't worry, I just put a new exhaust on it. It's been ran for 3 years continuously. Flightboard is actually blown away that we still have Series 1 boards after 3 years.
That's awesome.
It's because I'm the only Stage 3 mechanic on this entire island chain for Flightboard. Yeah.
Wow.
So, who needs a job? I need employees.
I needed help.
I need employees. This is getting crazy. I work on Big Island, Kauai, Honolulu boards.
Wow, you fly around and take care of the boards.
Oh, they send them to me.
Oh, they send them to you.
They ship them to me.
Oh, wow.
And I work it all through here. I ship it back out, and then I get paid by Flightboard.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you're authorized.
Yeah, you gotta know a little bit of everything these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, if there's no questions on that, slide back to your boards, and we're gonna go ahead and demo that. So we can start with you, brother. Go ahead and engage the countdown. Pull away. Hit that trigger, so you can see what it feels like. Let's drop all these all the way down to one. Beautiful. It's the round, that little round. The little round part.
See that round circle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Roger. So that's what you guys have to do to unlock them every time. Also be mindful that receiver does not work underwater. So if it's deep underwater and you can't get the countdown, just bring it to the surface. Cool?
Okay.
All right. If there's no more questions on the controls, I'll show you how to ride these horses. This is the back. Now, if you were to stick these boards in the water right now without you guys on them, where's the weight? On the back, right? What happens when you get on it? Even more. What happens when you turn it on? It wants to do it even more, okay? So what you need to achieve is a level, flat surface, kind of like a seesaw, right? So when you hop on these boards, just like getting on a paddle board, don't kick anything underwater, obviously. Do not use it as a ladder, okay? Get on there and scoot all the way up to the nose, okay? You can use your legs as counterweights if you need to, but get level, okay? You guys are gonna follow Ravi out, okay, like the Mighty Ducks. Stay right behind him, stay laying down, no headstands yet, okay, because he has to break you past 200 feet. From the shoreline to 200 feet out is a no-fly zone.
Okay.
For a boat, it's a swim recreation area, okay? So stay nice and easy right behind him, like the Blue Angels. He'll stop you out there, okay? When he stops you guys, okay, before you turn it off, lean back a little bit, because if you're level or a little bit engaged forward, you turn it off automatically, you're just gonna dunk forward, okay? So bring your shoulders up, then power off, okay? Okay. He'll stop you out there, essentially where those paddle boarders are, and he'll say, okay, you guys can go over here, you can't go over there, the sushi bar is this way, yeah? And then he'll set you free, okay? So once he sets you guys free, you're gonna run parallel with the sand to the left and to the right. Never really try to point the nose of that board at any sand, because you're gonna be focused on what you're doing, okay? So just run parallel with the beach. Don't shoot off towards Lanai or Molokai. Yeah, it happens. You're gonna be very focused, and by the time you look up, you'll be on Club Lanai, right? So turn it on. Number 1, pop to a number 2, right? Get a little bit of speed before you change your body position so you don't bog out and fall over. On that number 2, get to your knees, come up off the board and shift your weight to the front, okay? Keeping your weight on the front of the board is gonna keep it down on the ocean, okay? The nose of that board is the nose of the airplane, okay? So cruise around like this. Lean left, she goes left. Lean right, she goes right. Just access either side of the board and she'll turn for you, okay? Pop to a number 3, do the same thing. Lean left, lean right. If you're lighter than 150 pounds, you may be able to fly in a number 3, okay? So make sure you got a nice open runway, right? Get the maximum amount of speed out of that 3, and then to take off, you just lean back. Yeah, kind of like a pilot pulling back on the yoke, okay? Shifting your weight from the front of the board to the back of it is gonna keep it going up, right? So
at this stage, you're still flat on the water.
Right here, you're flat on the water.
Yep.
You can use your thigh here, yeah, as an indicator. So this is 90 degrees, yeah? 90 degrees forward is down, or board down on the ocean. 90 degrees back is takeoff. Yeah, shifting your weight from here to here, it's gonna send the board up. Now, what tends to happen is people take off and they go, oh, and they freeze up back here. Yeah? Do not do that, because if you don't fly the board, it's gonna fly you, okay? So if you go, oh, you're gonna go, pa, and jump out of the water, you and the board. Yeah, we call this back here, SpaceX. Yeah, launch. Yeah, we call this too far forward, Aquaman or woman, whatever you know. PC. So take off, land, take off, land. Fly the board as close as you can to the surface, doing touch and goes, keeping your airplane as deep as you can. The deeper you keep it, the more room you have for error. If you fly it up here by the surface of the water, you better be maverick.
Ready to fly.
You better be on point. Yeah? So keep it nice and low. Come up off the surface, down. Off the surface, down. You could even bring your hands up like this. Take off, land. Take off, land. If you want it to go down quickly, just shift your weight back over the front. Okay? So that's what you want to learn first. Foil on your knees, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of contact for flight, plus lower center of gravity. It's gonna feel more stable. When this board comes up off the ocean, it's a whole new world, Aladdin. Yeah? All of this is stabilizing you, the whole surface area of that board. As soon as you come up, you're on a foil, so it's gonna break loose. You know, right? So foiling like this for the first time is way more comfortable, yeah, because you have all these points of contact for stability rather than being here and your center of gravity is way up there. Okay?
Right.
So try that first. Take it at your own pace. Y'all signed the waivers, right?
Yep.
Okay, so take it at your own pace.
Yes,
All right, now to stand up, recreate the same thing. Now, when you go to stand up, all you have to make sure is that you're continuously accessing the front of the board. Because if you do this, where are you going?
Flying.
SpaceX, right? Okay. So keep the board down on the ocean. Be on a nice comfortable gear where you're not flying, it's just cruising like a powered paddle board. Bring your front leg under your chest, right? Best you can, and stand forward, okay? Your head could go past the front of the board, it's all good, okay? Stand with your weight up here, come up nice and low. I'm goofy, so my right foot stays on the right side, my left foot stays on the left side, shifting my body weight over my flight leg. This is where you need to be, right? From here, I turn my torso, squared off by, weight right underneath my body here, nice and comfortable, not like this, right? And then from here, 3, go faster. 4, as soon as I'm maxed out on my 4, take off, land, left, right. If it gets squirrely, drop a knee, grab those handles, pop back up. Everybody does this to stabilize themselves. No.
And when you're holding onto the handles, are you holding onto the remote at the same time? You're holding on. Okay.
That triggers down all the time.
If you're up on foil and you do this, you're gonna send it. If you're cruising and you go, ho, pooh,
it's just gonna stop instantaneously.
It's a safety prop. It's made out of plastic. It's designed to stop as fast as it can.
If you let go of the trigger, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you let it go completely.
It's like hitting the stop sign in the sky.
Essentially.
Got it.
Okay. So that's how you're gonna stand up, right? If you're regular, just come up with this leg. Boom. Take off, land, take off, land. Yeah? Equal pressure in both feet. If you see that you stand up, the board is riding on the surface of the water, and you're going in one direction. You're just standing too heavy on one side of the board. Equal pressure, forward, take off, land. To stop, 4, 3, 2, 1. So slow down, set down by herself, and then you just. Yeah. There you go.
So you said when you want to land, you come down a gear?
Power down.
Okay.
It'll slow down and literally just.
And then you just drop.
And you just lay back down to that first position. Okay. Yeah? To turn the board while you're up like this, misconception. You don't have to lean. None of that. Your torso should stay straight up. You pick your toes up this way, yeah? The board will bank to the left. Point your toes down that way, it'll bank to the right. Yeah? Or just look. See how the pressure follows? It's like a screw, yeah? That's left, that's right. All you gotta do is look and these things will turn.
Yeah. And it's real sensitive to front and back pressure, right?
Very sensitive.
Okay.
Yep, very sensitive. Who was talking about the pumping?
Dylan.
Yeah, me.
You were talking about the pumping,
Yep.
right? So you can be like this, be on that 4 gear, right? And just take this knee and go like this. And the board's gonna take off and land.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Once you reach that flight speed that for your foil, right? The board is gonna wanna just constantly push up and take off through your front leg. So just take your knee and do this, and the board is gonna go.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yep. And then once it's up, pump it. Go up to Ravi, ask questions. He'll continuously help you, but he won't chase you down. Yeah. And then for the drone, when I launch it, essentially you guys are gonna have to play it tight. If you guys bank over there, you bank over there, you bank out there, I'll lose RC on it. Okay. So you'll have to keep it tight, but just make sure y'all don't get too close.
Okay.
Cool.
What's the average learning curve for this? To go from newbie to just kind of regular.
I'll give you a great reference. I took out Paris Hilton a couple months ago.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I got video of it. She was standing too heavy on the back of the board. Within 10 minutes, I can show you like timed video. She was not touching the water, and she was actually trying to ramp it up to an 18.
What?
Yay.
But he's between me and him. I don't fly drones, so he's the drone master. Ralph's a jack of all trades.
That's great.
Master of like 4. so he's
The
up.
Apple
He's
Watch
getting
looks
up
really
there.
cool, man. I like your band.
Hey, brother.
Your styling.
Yeah, we're both increasing to the Ultra soon. There you go.
It is upgradable.
Yeah, it is an upgrade.
Yeah.
We'll just take it out of the new board that Dad's fine. All right, so those people aren't there, but I don't need you to go out that far. So this is going to be mine for the day, yeah? Like a regular surfboard and lay on it. You don't need to touch the remote till we're all out there.
Okay, so you're saying swimming out?
Swim it and push it in front of you. It's faster than holding onto it and kicking your
And
feet.
then 40 yards out, flip it over.
Or just look back. I'll give you the thumbs up. Flip it over.
Okay.
And then just lay on it. Wait for everybody else.
Okay.
Farmer tan. Good. Trying to get acclimated quickly.
Do you remember what that is? You're just going to touch and pull the trigger to feel the board and first here on your stomach. By then you'll be pros, but I need you on your stomach. All right, everybody look to their left. There's a floating boat behind this here. Then we're going to start moving everybody away, or we'll all shut off and watch it because it's pretty epic. That's okay. Actually going to foil. I'm just going to demo how to get into the position. So you're starting here. This is position 2. You can foil in every position. This is 3. Now, I'm not going to foil. like touch the water, let go, lean back.
I got you.
If I didn't touch the nose to the water first, and I lean back.